let's go into this tattoo highlight of the week, and then I'm gonna tie in that story with this tattoo. But let's show the video real quick for those of you that haven't seen the video and just joining us, just to see kind of the progression of this tattoo get done. First tattoo. How crazy is that? Well, I mean, session 5, I guess.
So still,
his first, but it's his first.
It means that much to
I wonder
us.
how. I mean, it was so cool. So cool.
He loves it. He loves that piece.
And he's coming back.
Oh, is he?
He's coming back from his leg.
Oh. All the way up?
Yeah. And so there you have it. That's real quick, just to show you guys, some of the video, just so you see 360 or more views of the whole tattoo. There's so much detail in that tattoo. But all right, so like I was saying earlier, funny story. I hardly answer the phones. At this moment, I believe I was near the phone, printing something on my computer. I just got done with the tat or something. I don't even know what happened, but I remember the phone rang, so I picked up. And George, the client right here with the octopus and his whole back tattoo, was on the phone. And
he just joined us.
And he wanted to, what's up, George? So George is there. Yep.
Yeah.
What's going on? So I answered the phone, and I talked to him. He wanted to come out for this big project, and it worked out. But the funny thing is I was actually booked, because I have my schedule's kind of packed. And as I was looking, I believe someone just canceled. And whenever someone cancels or reschedules because of emergencies, it happens every couple weeks. Someone will drop out or something will happen.
Something comes up.
I fill that spot kind of easily by other people that I know wants to get in or whatever. Well, it was so quick that this happened, and then I was able to get George in. I was like, oh, well, during this time, we can get you in. And being that it was on the phone, it was a lot easier to do that besides email and all this. So it just worked out. And that's kind of how I operate here at IslandTAT. Is just everything happens for a reason.
Your canoe was just going, man.
Everything happens for a reason, I was supposed to meet George. I was supposed to tattoo him. I was supposed to get him in the schedule. And it was supposed to work that way. So that's just how I operate. And that's what I tell everyone. If you are wanting to get a tattoo and things aren't aligning with the artist, I'm not talking about me or IslandTAT. I'm talking about in general. Things aren't aligning. Don't force it. The tattoos are a lifelong decision, and I know a lot of times it's spur of the moment. Sometimes the spur of the moment decisions are meant to be, and then you do it. You go with it if it flows well. But I know that I used to fight it a lot, and I used to try and fit people in where they, I was just going above and beyond. And I realized when you fight against the universe like that, it doesn't flow as easily.
I'm just staring at everything you just did, noticing something new every time. I'm just noticing. I'm like, what? There's orcas in there? Like, are you serious?
Yeah. So let's break down this tattoo. Yes, it is an octopus. Oh, Noel, how's it? Yes, it's an octopus. Well, it's multiple things. It's a big back piece. So this piece itself, from the chest to the back, his whole sleeve, was started off as almost like a memorial piece and family. I mean, there was multiple things that he wanted to include. He's in a different place in life, so there's a lot of things and symbols in this tattoo that express his journey in life with the birds. And the stingray represents his friend who passed, but he was very close to him, loved the water, ocean. and other things. I don't want to get too in detail because this is their story and their life, but it's good to let you guys know that these kind of things can be included in the tattoo, to connect with you and be unique to you. And for me, in this journey of Polynesian tattoos, there's no right answer. Everyone's going to have their own interpretation, their own belief system, their own education on Polynesian tattoos. I'm just explaining mine and my own journey, and that's what I pass on to my clients. So with George specifically, this tattoo, it was his first. He came with nothing, no tattoos. We started on his chest, going over to
his sleeve.
He actually just wanted a half sleeve, and then a 3/4, but then he just decided full. He wants to do full.
Man, when they say you get addicted, I guess you get addicted, huh?
Well, yeah, I love it though, because
it's beautiful.
It's one piece. He didn't necessarily piece it together because he had the idea in mind. This is what I want. So that helps the artist a lot to be able to map it out from the beginning.
So
instead
did he tell you like,
piece.
Just do your thing, or did he tell you like, this is kind of where I want to place things, or was it?
He gave me a lot of freedom, but he did help. He did help with, like the flower of life. He was inspired by seeing another guy with the flower of life, and he just wanted to know what that is. And the flower of life is actually ancient indigenous cultures would inscribe this symbol around the world, and they didn't know how they would connect it. So it's actually an origin symbol, like the beginning of life. Like,
oh wow,
that symbol has deep meaning to it. So he was drawn to it. Which is a good topic of discussion to say, well, should he get it, because the other guy got it, as far as like, oh, he's copying, right? And the way that I see it is like, well, no, I mean, that's almost like getting a spearhead, and everyone has spearheads.
Well, you get inspiration from anything,
right? Right.
So if you're inspired, it clicks. It's just that little light bulb clicking like that. That makes sense. It
makes sense,
yeah.
And you connect with it, so there's a reason why you connect with it. So. We included that in there, and it flowed. Everything flowed well, but there is a lot of meaning. There's a lot of meaning to everything in this tattoo.
That spine part though is just I love that, the cross.
And you know what? That was his idea. So George said, I want to frame the piece with the Marquesian crosses from the side on the rib. On this next photo, you could see. A little in front of the octopus head. Oh yeah. The crosses going down his ribs. It went up his spine and then went down around his neck.
Oh yeah, the neck part. I remember that.
Yeah. So he kind of wanted to frame it all in. I like to say that the tattoos are a co-creation because I can't do it without you, and I'm not saying without your body. I'm saying without your inspiration and your story. I could create something, but it won't have no mana. It'll have my mana, but I get inspired and create way more in depth when I get to know you, and I get to know your story, and it's deep. It has to be really deep, and deep. By deep, I mean there's a reason why you want this tattoo. Yeah. And for him, he was almost in a transition in life. There was a lot of meaning, and we connected as just people. We connected, and I think that's important for everyone to understand. You could see an artist and love his work, but if you go into a shop and you don't connect with him, let's say he's just like a dick, or he believes something way different than you. Let's say he's, I don't know, satanic, and you're a Christian. Like, that's not gonna work, Or you're satanic and he's Christian. That's not. It's just not gonna work. There's no right or wrong. It's just like connect with the artist. That's important.
I think Bobby wanted to know what's the flower of life. He's trying to look for it.
Okay, so the flower of life is the symbols. It's almost like.
Is in the background?
It's all in the background
of
octopus,
his whole
right?
Piece. Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna get back. It's all the back part.
Yes, it's a background. Yeah. And normally it's in a circle.
Oh.
Normally they would.
That's why it looks different.
In a circle.
Okay. Dang, that's creative. I like that.
And what you could do, these ancient cultures, what they realize is that 3 dimensions were found inside this flower of life. So an actual cube and shapes could be formed out of the flower of life, which is almost like creation, like the beginning of all time. Was created out of this flower of life. They break it down and everything.
It's almost like the black and like Manu was talking about the Tahitians, that black, the squares,
full black,
the full black is like the beginning of life because all the shapes, everything's inside of it, and you just got to bring the light, and then now you're seeing all these shapes. I'm like, man, imagine if that was all black and the light. It's just it all goes together.
Hey, how's it, Ethel and Mike? I want mine in honor of Evan. Yes, we have to create something for sure. So George says, damn, there's some crazy ass stuff. Crazy stuff. I'm so blessed to wear this. Yes, I'm addicted to Josh's work. He's my brother now, totally different. It has a ton of mana, and Josh is too humble. He killed this tattoo, and I'm forever grateful. It's weird reading about like stuff about me, so maybe next time you read it, Robert, and talk about me, okay?
It's good though, man. It's good stuff.
You know what? I connect with all my clients, some more than others, but it's a connection that we make. It's not fake, because I gotta get to know them, and the way that I see it is like we're connected for a reason. Just like Lee Nui, when I met him, I said, why did you choose me to do your moko on your face? And he said, brother, we were just spiritually guided together. It was just meant to be. And back 8 years ago, I just was like kind of blew it off like right, or okay, whatever. But I get it. I get it. We're spiritually connected together. Not just me, but any tattoo artist or anyone that you connect with. It's meant to be. It's just meant to be. And George, man, he blessed me with a lot of knowledge that I'm going through in my life, that we had big discussions on. He knows the projects that I'm working on, and he gave me a lot of pointers and suggestions. And
me too. Thanks,
knowledge.
George.
And thanks.
He talked to all of us. George's really a good guy. I really like him. He's
for sure. And a lot of the clients, so that's a added, blessing for getting tattooed and tattooing. So Bobby Ford wants to know what the whales mean. Yes, there's 2 killer whales in there. The whales represent family and some other things, along with the octopus representing strength, wisdom. And again, he has some turtles in there. You probably won't. Well, maybe you'll find it.
Yeah, they're
hide and seek. Try and find the turtles.
That close up photo.
There's 3 turtles in there.
Is there?
Yeah.
So if they find it, do they get a prize? Or I mean,
they get to feel smart.
It's on the back.
Yeah.
Do we have a closer photo? Or do you put that one?
This one up close.
Here, go switch the photo, and then I'll see what's the best photo. No, not that one. I would say no, not that one. There's like a shoulder type photo. There. Yeah, try that one.
That one.
Let me see. So, yeah, you could see it.
I can see the manta ray or the stingray.
You could see it in this, and let's see if you can find it.
The turtle. Is there 1 or 2?
There's 3.
There's 3 turtles right here. Where?
I see the falcons.
There's 3 turtles on the back somewhere. So, good luck.
Someone just changed the photo.
No, small. Shrink it a little more.
Hey, George, can I play? Oh, I see him. I think I see him.
Maybe. No. You gotta put the whole image in. There. Wait. No. Go down. Right there. Yeah. They just gotta like squint and try and find it.
Did you post it? Did you put it up?
You can find it. You can find it right.
Let me see if I squint really quick. The photo changes.
Yeah.
Is it Oh shoot! I'm waiting for it to switch on my screen.
So right here, Bobby said turtles represent long life. And through my journey, finding out what symbols represent, turtles. One thing that turtles do represent is long life, because turtles live a long time. Another thing that turtles could represent is fertility, because they have over 100 eggs. So all these different reasons that people would use a turtle or honu in different cultures is valid, but that's where the interpretation of the artist and the story will mix and and create the story because it doesn't represent that to him.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why it's good to discuss these things.
I think that's where we get them. I think a lot of people get a mix up too when they have their stories and they explain what that is, and you got that one stubborn person who's like, no, it means this. It's like,
oh yeah, there's a lot of stubborn people.
You can mean more than one, you know, one meaning.
And you know what? One thing, I used to be that stubborn person, you know, because I was my whole goal in life was to study Polynesian and be good at it and learn it. And when I learned one thing, that was law. That was it.
Yeah.
Right. And then I would tell other people like, no, this is it. But then I start traveling and then learning other things. And then that wasn't it.
Yeah.
Now I had two things that this represented. Yeah. So then I would say, okay, it represents two things. And then I'll learn a third. And, you know, that's why the more that I learned, the more I knew I didn't know. And when you start learning that you don't know things, that's when everything starts coming in.
You're like,
you start, you know, scientists are the best at this. Basically, you cannot learn anything new or discover anything new if you think you know everything. If you think you know everything, then everything new coming up, you're like, no. But how are you going to discover or create new things or, you know?
Yeah, how are you going to look for something new if you're not looking? Yeah.
You think you know it all.
Like, I was looking for the turtles and I found them.
Did you?
Well, in the first picture, when you put the back, I was like, why doesn't it match on the spine on the top? Like, what is that?
Oh, you just gave it away.
Oh, they already called it. You already put it on there.
Oh, hey, and you know what? George said it represents his girls and that they don't need fertility. Oh. That's funny. George is a funny guy. And I agree. And that's how we connect, too, because I have 3 daughters.
Oh,
he has 3 daughters. And, like, yeah. Yeah, they don't need fertility. They're good.
They can be nuns.
They're good. Yeah, that's funny. But this piece, guys, is very meaningful. George is a great guy. He, you know, we connected. He's coming back for more.
We should have him come back on a Tuesday and have him on the show, if he can.
Yeah, maybe
that would be great.
Would you want to do that, George?
Yeah, he would. He'd probably like tap me on the show. He'd put me on. He'd be like,
put him on
all
the show.
Game for that.
Hey, let me tell you, and I'm not lying. Like George is a tough guy.
Yeah,
this is hours upon hours next day, and he just took it. I mean, he just takes it. You know, it hurts, but he doesn't flinch. He doesn't do it, and I'm like, damn, this is his first tat. Like, that's some good stuff.
Yeah,
good stuff, man. But Tony Lee called it out. Yep. The turtles are up on the top. Well, you called it out. And,
well, I mean,
you know, Tony wrote it down.
They wrote it before on. If you look up further, Noel, was it? Someone said it. It was on the top right. Oh no, Justin. Justin said it was on the top right, which he was right. It's on the top right.
Oh yeah, Justin.
Yeah.
Good stuff.